YouTube, welcome back to Old Guy Plays 1969 for some more City Skylines #1. We're now up to episode 22. Let's take a pop into our game. Have a look, see what's going on. So pretty. Anyway, folks, it's good to see you back. Hope your day's going well. Thanks for the likes for the people who've been putting them on my videos. I certainly do appreciate that. That is just absolutely fabulous. Okay, so let's unpause our game, get the money happening. Okay, so we are getting a little bit of demand for industrial. Might be able to scatter some of it over there. Maybe along here in this area and along here. Extend the roadway out a little bit here as well if we have to. And gonna put a regular zone in there. Looks like I did. %. Cost of upkeep by 10. With logistics. Still got an issue with this one. Paper and plastics. Oh, my school had a good year. So we were up 11 students. Still unrecognized, but we had 2 token parties, so I guess that's a good thing. Some eggs were thrown and bottles were broken during the celebration, commented a representative. Well, at least the students had fun. Okay, so in this episode, what we're going to do is try to get this beautiful population number up to 36,000, as we want to move the trade school over to here so that we can continue on with our metro here. So in the meantime, we do have all this property, this land over here. Kind of wonder at times if maybe putting an airport in that corner might be good. Maybe we could do that. We really should be looking at, considering the traffic picked up then. Well, it looks like the traffic flow has kind of balanced itself. It had dropped all the way down to 70 some odd %, but you know, that could be the despawn feature. I may have a look at that later on in the episode, because you always want to improve your roadways. Yeah, the traffic down here seems like it is flowing a little bit better. Just looking at it. What other forms of transit do we have, just to make sure things are flowing along good that we can utilize? So this is... that's a trolley bus. Tram lines we have. We got metro in. We don't have any train lines, but I don't know if passenger trains would be the ticket. Ferry lines, air transport lines, monorail. Monorail might be kind of cool, but not sure about that one. Sightseeing bus tours. Walking tours. Have a look at this. Sightseeing bus depot. Zero pollution, but it does produce noise. Hot air balloon tours. Walking point of interest. That's for park life, I think. And sightseeing bus stop. Park life. So really the only two things you can put in is the sightseeing bus depot, the hot air balloon. I'm not sure if we're ready for those yet. Oh yes, our dreaded day and night cycle. I always keep forgetting about it. It does reset itself after each play. Around 13 and turn the speed. Paused. Right. Maybe we could have a look at some of our park assets. I mean, we did do a city park. We did some of these regular ones. Other parks. There is Transport Park, and we do have a Transport Depot over here. That's a thermo plant. I wonder if we could get away with moving that. Maybe moving it out here. Yeah, I'm going to suggest moving that out there. I did notice something here. Power lines. This is not connected, so. But I think we're getting our power in there. And well, the needle did drop a little bit. Let's go this way. Just want to make sure that that power is fully connected on the grid. Yep, I'd say we're good there now. Damn, power lines don't look good, but there's not a lot you can do there with that. Alright, so I'm just gonna flip over to OBS Studios. I always like to check it just to make sure. Looks like everything's still running smooth. We're good. Now, I really like what we've done over here. I mean, we really made a nice big huge park for our citizens, and they seem to be just absolutely loving it. We have our World Chippers over here. Wow, they won their last 2 games. It's good. It's good. Good for the city, good for the population. And let's see, I might be able to get away putting some more commercial zoning in here. Do we want to go with the high stuff or go with low? Okay, I do see an issue here. Power. Oh, that's all connected. So I actually get rid of these lines here. Put in commercial along here. can put a little bit more. The industrial down here. Just trying to really get that population going. I mean, little drop in population. One of the things I think I forgot to do over here, I think I forgot to set in the services, so like fire and that sort of thing. So we have a fire station, a regular one. That should probably be in here. Also should have a small police station some in this area as well. Right in there. And then keep everybody healthy. And have a nice little medical clinic somewhere nearby as well. Put that over here. Child's Health Care Center for all the workers that are over here. Sauna might be nice in this area. Keep the workers nice and happy and fit over here. There we go. So some essential services that I forgot about down in that definitely needed to be put in. I don't know if it's the despawning, but the traffic does not seem to be blocked up as bad as it was. And it's just as much as these interchanges are nice, I think they're really designed to hold a lot of traffic. And the reason why I put this one in is to eliminate some of the traffic coming in off of this ramp. A little bit more demand for people. I think we could get away with maybe putting office building there. And down here we dezone this so that we could continue the metro line. So we can put some low commercial, I think, down in this zone, because the commercial zone I think would be okay with the metro. I think you got a walkway there that's broken as well. Color this commercial. Let's get this walking path fixed over here. No. In there. Put that in under there. Nice. Oh, the commercial zone's popping up quick. Oh, we got a friendly neighborhood Burger King that popped in there. Let's make that historical so it doesn't disappear. Hear the church going off here. 500 people stored there, so I guess that's kind of good. We do need to do some beautification here. Some rock formations in there. Vegetation. Content creator trees. Large pine trees along here, I think. Alder trees scattered throughout, maybe in between. These signature little pink guys, maybe we could get away with putting a strip of them down there. Give them a good straight line tool. The edge of that, and put them on both sides of the building here, I guess. Looks good. And let's see what else can we get away with. Yeah, large trees again. Pines, silver birches. Tree. All right, now go to our actual tree tool. Size of that. There we go. Scattered some trees in there. And makes it, I think, look a little better. Do the same over here a little bit. That dense as well. There we go. Yeah, that doesn't look so hideous now. Fixing in that metro line. Things are looking good so far. We should probably go through and check our services. So garbage pickup is still really good. Education, so our elementary has dropped some. Same with the university. Could we maybe possibly get away with moving some of these buildings in here now? Like moving the university itself. People didn't like that very much. School dorms. Can't move that one yet. All right. Let's get some water pipes down here. Apparently, I forgot them. We need some juice going down here too. Make the power line up. So again, that is all a part of getting the trade school and things of that nature moved. Now, that was the parking lot for that as well. This parking lot doesn't need to be over there anymore. It probably should be down here with the university. So I'm gonna move it over there. So, book club. This walking path here is kind of broke. Just take it out for now. So I do eventually got to move all this stuff so we can get that metro line all the way through there. Okay, so that's been looked at. So let's have a look at some of the other cool buildings. So we do have a stock exchange we could put in. Countdown clock, I'm not sure to what. What do we got here? These are landmarks. Amsterdam Place, big sports arena, the hypermarket, department store, the Gherkin. Nice big cinema. Brandenburg Gate. Our winter market. Statue of Liberty. Maybe some of these shopping centers might be good. And maybe those might help with the commercial need. And I'm thinking that stuff should be over here. I think we could extend a roadway out this way. Just curve. Straighten it out. Come along here. Snapping lines on. Yep, we're good. We're good. Grid. Extend the water pipes. And let's go to them specialized buildings. So, shopping center. Put that in. Winter perk would be good there. Cinema would be good over here. Again. There. Department store. Hypermarket. Alright, so let's have a quick look at these assets. And I think they need power over here too, so let's connect it up. That's a big department store. We have our nice cinema over here. Looking good. Sorry, well, the sniffling, but I think I'm either developing allergies or maybe I am catching a cold of some kind. Let's have a look at the power here. Is this all connected up? No, not quite. Still need power lines in here. I think one of the issues I have over here is I think I need a walking path. I have one up here, but I don't have one down here. So, you know, I'm going to build that right now. I'm going to try to address that. Let's go to this. And let's... I think we'll put it in here. I think we could put the path there. That looks good. We can go all the way. I think it's going to have to go up one more, if I'm being honest. Really wouldn't want it to be any taller than this, but put anarchy on. I'll take the gridding off so it could be a little bit more freeform. The hum of traffic. The issue is just a set of signs here. Get this to go maybe in between those. Just going to give us enough room here. Yeah, we got it in here. Can I redirect that power line? It shouldn't be an issue. It should be able to bring the power line this way. Sure, at first if I could pull that off. Because now with that gone, shouldn't be too much of a problem to wind this around here. I'm going to eliminate that now. down. Oops. Here. Here. There we go. Guides back on so that we don't forget. Shut off anarchy so we don't forget. And it's the tool here. A little bit of here. Some on the side. There we go. Our citizens get a way across from this section to this section. God, this is so terrible the way this is turning and everything here. I don't like it at all, and I was looking at it the other night and I was like, wow, still haven't come up with a way to address that. Yeah, I think I've got to be honest and say that that's probably the hardest thing with this game. Is your traffic flow. Okay, see now we're back down to 73%, so maybe it was just the time of day. Sorry, having a drink of nice cold water. When I originally was looking at it. Still got another 3,000 to go because okay, here's the weird thing. If I was allowed to put this down first, why do I need 36,000 people to move it over here? Must have met the criteria to move the thing, to have the thing here, right? Ooh. That painted in, it has a campus here, yeah. I think I just gotta rebuild it. Grade school campus here. Administration building. And I think that was the one I was trying to move, wasn't it not? Here. Here. Space already occupied, not in campus area. In campus area. Part of me is wondering, can you only have the one campus area? How upset would the game get if I said, okay, that's gone, get rid of it, bye-bye. Okay, so immediately all those buildings are going to freak out because they're not in the campus area no more. So now, move. Area has no administration bill. Okay. administration building. Placed it over there. Now, can we move these? School. Dormitory. Study campus. Study hall. Book club. Oops. Okay. Grade school grounds. Let's upkeep. Move that over here. Okay. We're able to move it. Nice. Alright. So, can we maybe reallocate stuff in here now? What is this? This is a tourist park. Move that down a little. And this is a plaza with picnic tables. Let's move that over here. Town playground. I think this is a, what is it? Just a supermarket. A faculty building. Let's move this here. Ice cream stand. That right on the corner. Alright, should be able to D-zone in here now. Yeah, I guess I just had to think about that for a moment. I was like, well, what is going on there? I should be able to move that. Get it out of there. Get it moved over. Now, maybe with that, might be able to get some more educational things in here to get the school to grow, because I got more ground here. So these are all assets already got in here. Police Academy. Yeah, put the Police Academy in there. That's something I couldn't put in there before. So. Now, let's have a look at this now. That now, that's for sure. Cool. Alright, that's probably the hardest part of any build. Rezoning, removing stuff, right? And then this, we can make it high residential. I'm thinking we should be able to get away with maybe putting another street. It's this way. Right along here. tram lines. Let's get regular here. Not upgrade to this type. Pick this road here and upgrade to this type? Yes. Okay. Regular street. And put some trees. God, I don't like the trees on that. Here's our trees. There, it's better with those trees. Okay. Put houses in there and visualize that. And what we will do here, grab our metro line. And we can extend that down to here. The next section built in. And I think to help with the noise pollution for the people here, we will go ahead and zone in some office space along here. Maybe along here too. Put some more commercial there. Now, what do we got zoned in this though? Yeah. Definitely got to tell those guys to move out. That has to be done so that we can make room for that. Well, so far I think we've been, pretty successful in maintaining stuff. Didn't do too well on that trade school, but it's the whole part of learning. She's back down to a 1 star, but now we got space in here, and eventually I'm going to eliminate this highway. Actually, could probably get this highway connecting over here. Let's put a pause in for the cause in. Let's pick this. What is that? That's our 4-lane highway we have here. Going into this. Eliminate that up. Retool over here. Those. Control. 1, 2. Straight. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, you like that, folks. People start using that new highway, yeah. They immediately gravitated to it. Don't want the traffic here. Want to really be able to designate this area for the school. Yeah, so now if we wanna, we can extend trade school area here right up and make it bigger. There we go. Ever moving and expanding. All right, we gotta have another look at that. Ooh, water problems underneath here. What is that? One little gap in it, eh? I see that now. Since we're not being politically correct, we'll just run that along there. Okay, all right, so next issue, what I was saying, what I was going to do, I was going to have a look underground at our metro. Trying to look to see how we have this connected. Yeah, I think what we want to do is we want to have this line running to here, and this line running to here. Then we have a new line going this way. So we need to get a new stop. Because this line will run into this one. And this one is running all the way down. Part of me is we should have it stop here. Yeah, I think in order to do this with the metro, I could have to put it on pause, delete the stuff, delete the lines, and then recreate them. Ooh. Really going to interrupt the transit for a bit doing that. Okay, well, I'm going to hold off here for a second. Because essentially what I can do is I got to eliminate this line here. I don't even think I got to stop in here, do I? Yeah, I don't have anywhere for the metro to stop. Thought there was one there. Did I put a line in there? I did. Yeah, there's a line there, an underground station there to the south. Okay. Curved it around here, but we didn't give a spot anywhere for easy people to get in and off. I'm thinking that has to go here. What is that zoned as? It's probably zoned as, yeah, office space. I think it's just gonna have to be one of those things where I do it. You know, I'm just gonna have to delete the lines and remove them all and pause the game, I think, and just do it. But I'm waiting because we're so close to that next achievement. So would like to get to that first before we go ahead. Pull the trigger on that. In the meantime, I do think we could use some more residential housing over here. So let's put that in. Here. Some scattered offices along here. Replace the ones I took out of the other area. Okay, those are going up. Nice. Yeah, so maybe that's what I'll do next episode, folks. We'll put the game on pause and we'll redesign the metro system. Get it flowing around and make sure that we got stops in each district of our city and get them all connected up. We'll also need to extend power lines. Let's do that right now. Down here so that this grid finally gets power, because we're going to start using those stops. And then I guess we could, you know, maybe start to zone in this area, fill this out with some stuff. Yeah. Because I'm really hoping this achievement here lets me unlock a tile. Pretty sure it does. Yeah. Yeah, it will be Colossal City, and Metropolis is the last two. When we get this one, we can unlock everything. That'll be a while though. 90,000 citizens. I'm just excited about getting to Colossal City. Buying another tile, and hopefully the tile that I can buy is up and around here so that we can start developing our beachfront. Because that ought to be interesting. Anyway, I'm hoping you're really enjoying my playthrough of City Skylines. If you are, make sure you hit the thumbs up button and help with the algorithm. I'm hoping that I'm giving some players some insight on how to go ahead and build your city. You don't have to be an expert to enjoy this game, but if you like strategy, if you like the challenge of stuff, when you start getting into problems like this is where the game really gets fun, because you really got to start putting on your thinking cap and saying, okay, now I put these roads down and I did it to just fulfill a need in the beginning. Now that I don't have a need, meaning I got lots of money in the bank, how do I redesign this without disrupting the city? Because that's a big thing. You know, if I was to just say, oh, get out the bulldoze to go ahead and start, you know, breaking things down, it's going to throw the balance of everything off, and then you're going to have people complaining about sewage, power, garbage, right? Because you took out too much stuff at once, you know. That's why you got to do it that way. You basically got to put it down, get it stabilized, and then when you want to change that area, like I did with the industrial zone that originally was here, you then got to go ahead and put your thing that you want in that other area, and then take the other one down so that you have a balancing act. Yeah, it's looking good. Oh, looks like your game is on. Yeah, a lot of fans there. Let's watch them play a little bit of baseball here. Oh, picking up the bat. Look out. It's Babe Ruth. And the pitch. Woohoo! It's out of here. Nice. Okay, what I kind of wanted to look at before we leave this episode is to see if we can get a hold of a car or a truck, pause, that is down here in the campus zone. All right, let's have a look. This car should turn around here. Get a look at it on the way back. Oh, he made it to where he was going. Follow this guy. He's probably going to be stopping here in a second too. There's the university we popped down. Let's pull into the parking lot. Boop, there he goes. Okay, so that looks pretty good. Alright, we got something going on here. Path or access route required, and it's not on a path. I thought it was. Okay. Here we go. Need people to enjoy that. Good thing I moved that. Anyway, folks, I think I will put a cut in here. And when we come back, the big thing is going to be the metro. We're going to redesign metro. Going to have a good look at that. We're going to see how this is doing for tourism. Wow. Really filled up with people quick. So, got a feeling I'm going to have to put in parking lot over here. Put a big one in right here. Big one in over here. You know, in actuality, I probably could have got away with this. It's huge parkade. Parkade. Yeah. Anyway, not gonna do that. It's just one of those things, you get carried away, plopping things down and doing things. Anyway, this is Old Guy Plays 1969. Until the next video, I'd like to thank everybody that is tuning in for watching, and we'll see you in the next video, folks. Bye-bye.